Hey guys, it's Zodiac, and today we are going to be trying out the demo for a new game called Eldet. This is a medieval fantasy themed visual novel with an emphasis on LGBT characters and people of color. It's currently seeking funding on Kickstarter, so I'm going to put a link in the description, and if you like what you see, you should go check them out and throw money at them. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this up. Press spacebar or click anywhere on the screen to progress the story. Okay. Triangle in the bottom right hand corner will indicate when the text is ready to be advanced. That's this friend here. Throughout the demo, you'll be presented with dialogue choices in which you determine what you do or say in particular moments. Your decisions will affect how characters interact with you, including what they do and what they may or may not choose to tell you. Now please enjoy the demo of Eldet. Okay, I think I will. I saw a little preview of this and the artwork just looks astounding. So I wanted to give it a try. That's the bell. Adida, do you see anyone? Adida? No, you can take it off now. Hey. Now this is like all painted. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. I was asked to lead the meditations today. They'll come looking for me soon. Okay, so this is Adida, and she's our friend. All the more reason to do this quickly. Okay, so this is us. Kunal. Okay. There's no going back from this. If you leave... Alright, we've been through this. I don't know what more to say. I like the really subtle movements. Say you'll change your mind. See, just like that. That's really nice. 16 years, Adida. 16 years, nearly my entire life, and what has been gained? I can't do any magic, you know that. Every acolyte, every magister here has known all along. I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of mages. You know, given the years we've been friends, you might have found the time to say you were tired of me. I'd have left you alone. Don't do that. You know I don't mean you. Look, not everyone is meant for this kind of life. If I've learned anything here, it's that. I'm not meant for it. You can't know that. Not if you leave now. Oh. Years of meditation, years of fasting, years of my sight blacked out by that hood. This isn't what I want for my life. Leaving. Leaving is the only chance I have. Adida, could you at least look at me? Oh. I'm not trying to live your life for you. I just don't know about this. I've agreed to it. I'm packed, and we're here at the compass, so now... You haven't even told me where you're going, or what it is you're doing. Can you even explain to me what a Tomb Raider is supposed to be? Well, that's Lara Croft. She's pretty badass. Okay, apparently he doesn't know about that yet, though. Of course I can. They go into tombs, and, it's simple, they're treasure seekers. They made up just a ruse to trick you into helping me leave. They're treasure seekers. Is this life really so distasteful that you'd rather be, what, some kind of pirate? It's actually pretty accurate. Now is probably the worst time to make me doubt myself. It's too late to change my mind, Adida. Just let me do this. Does this raider, whoever he is, does he know? Kunal. He knows I've studied here, and that's all he needed to know. Oh, so he doesn't know that you don't think you can do magic. And this is a school for mages. Kunal, that's what he thinks you are. Adida, What happens when you can't do the magic he's hired you to do? What will he do with you then? He hasn't told me what he needs me to do. He could need me to identify an artifact or do a star reading. Just because he needs a mage doesn't mean he needs magic. But you don't know, Kunal. You have no idea what you could be getting yourself into. I've made my decision. I've handled myself here. What's out there can't be any worse. I'm your best friend. Can you blame me for worrying about you? You don't need to worry about me. Just, please, take care of yourself. Oh, I like her already. Are you okay? I'm fine. Really, I am. Now, I know you've never traveled this way before. It's important that you don't make any mistakes. Oh, what are we doing? Right. When I activate the compass, close your eyes. Okay. Stay as still as you can. Got it. And last, stay focused. Teleportation can release a lot of residual magic if the traveler isn't powerful enough to direct the spell. And you're assuming that you were the one who asked me to come here and activate the runes for you. It's no different from meditation. Close your eyes. Let the magic flow with your breath, and then channel it through to the mind. Focus on the incantation, and you'll retain control. Right, I'll do that. I'll miss you, Kunal. I'm activating the compass. Oh, neat. Right, so eyes closed. Breathe in. Channel the magic. Focus on the incantation. Focus on the... I don't know the incantation. Oh, Jesus. I don't know the... Uh-oh. Not sure this is where we were trying to go. Nope. Where am I? Your entire body begins to tremble from the cold. Are you alright? Hey, fella. What happened? Let's stand you up. Here. The man helps you to your feet. A shame the lake spoiled your entrance, friend. Excuse me for asking, but you are my mage, aren't you? Yes. Are you Tariq? Indeed, I am Tariq. As for what happened, I had hoped you would be the one explaining. It was like nothing I've ever seen. The light from your arrival parted the clouds above. But when it faded, I saw you floating in the water. I pulled you out only moments ago. I don't remember. I suppose you'll want to dry yourself off. Shall I back away? Do you need much space? Pardon? After what I've just seen, surely you can use magic to dry yourself. As a frigid gust wakes across the valley, you double over in a renewed fit of shivers. This soon? 1 minute outside the college walls and I'm already being called on to use magic? Well, that is kind of the life of a mage. A drying spell. Of course, there are drying spells. Children can perform drying spells. But I can't let him know that I can't. Oh gods, what do I do? Okay, we can lie. Drying spell from a mage of my caliber? I might set off this entire forest ablaze, despite the snow. Okay, well truthfully I'm not much of a mage, or really a mage at all. People in my life have told me they expected great things from me, but the moment I got into school, all that ended. For nearly my entire life, I've been the biggest disappointment my family ever could have anticipated. And it's a wonder they haven't demanded that I drop the family name in order to retain their pristine reputation. Wow. Dude, you could just ask for a towel. Okay, but let's go ahead and just start off being honest before he starts asking us to do more things, because I think it's better than over bragging with the lie. You begin shivering too much to say anything clearly. Or maybe not. Well, there's no way around it. You'll have to take your clothes off. Dude, we just got here. What? And forgive me for assuming earlier that magic handled such mundane tasks. Surely it's reserved for much greater deeds. But regardless, we can't have you freezing in those wet robes, my friend. Please, take them off. I'll give you some of my own things to wear until we return to camp. You're kidding. I'll think you'll find that modesty only holds so long as you still have goods to be modest about. Are you talking about my... Oh, wow. There's no one here to see, and I'll go elsewhere while you change. Your jaw aches from the strain of keeping it still enough to speak clearly. If you think it'll help. You try to pull the ties loose on your robes, but your fingers are stiff and uncooperative from the cold. Oh no, he's gonna have to help. Though if you've already gone numb, you might have some trouble managing it on your own. Wow. So, you know, I'm flattered. Yeah, what the hell? You have a point. Let me just... Here, dry off with this. Oh, why did we fade to black? He unfurls his headscarf and hands it to you. As you dry your hair with Tariq's scarf, he walks behind you. Hello? Tariq slides his hands under the soaked robes, clinging to your shoulders, and eases it down, bearing your torso to the open air. Damn. To your surprise, you find that you feel less cold already, or perhaps you've ceased being able to feel much of anything. You only distantly notice that Tariq has already begun undoing the skirt tied around your hips. He takes the cloth into his hands and wrings what water he can from it before settling it into the snow. He removes his cloak, tunic, and a thick linen skirt and places them on the ground beside you. I can't believe this is happening. Damn. The artist did a great job with this. Snow begins to drift down across the valley. Oh, so pretty. Tariq. Ah, that's better, isn't it? You notice that Tariq hasn't left much for himself to wear. Won't you be cold? So long as we stay ahead of the storm, I'll be fine. Yeah, he's a big burly man, he's got this. Though, let's give it no chances of catching us. Agreed? The storm? It's this way, come on. Nearly blind from the ferocious snow gusting around, you make out the sight of what appears to be... You're camping inside a cave. Ah, look, it's even got the snow falling on it. You're forced to shout to be heard over the howling wind. I don't presume to know what a mage would prefer. But I'm a man who has grown accustomed to having all his toes and fingers intact, a luxury not afforded by remaining outside in freezing weather. So, if we are alike in mind, you'll join me inside. Follow Tariq into the cave. He gestures for you to sit down on a blanket opposite to a crackling fire. Tariq. It appears my sister is asleep. Oh, hey. And the Merc isn't here either, though I doubt he'll want to stay out in that storm much longer. Tariq walks beside the fire and lays your wet robes out to dry before sitting down. Comfortable enough? Better than staying outside. I had a feeling you wouldn't mind the cave for long. Kunal, there is something you should know. What? What is it? The last member of our party. He is Elven. Dun dun dun. I know enough of the history of your people to be aware of, well, the possibility of problems, so... But I let him know before we left for the mountains that there would be a mage among us. He did not object, so there may be nothing to worry about. Ah, you're back. You look back towards the entrance to the cave and see the man Tariq mentioned earlier. Lucky that you weren't too far from here when the storm hit. Kunal, meet Farron. Farron Kunal. Hey. He's a bit of added protection I've decided to bring along this time. I'm not well known for being overly cautious, but when one has the chance to hire an elven mercenary, why not do it? In truth, I was hoping to hear a story or two from his past employments, but well, he doesn't talk much. Regardless, it seems at least you'll have quite a tale to take home with you. But don't worry, despite what happened earlier, I think your robes are thin enough to be... Out of the corner of your eye, you notice that Farron has already shrugged off his thick fur coat and has just started pulling off another layer. Oh god, I love this already. Let's sneak a peek, because the artist did a fabulous job, you guys, and it would be disingenuous of us to not appreciate the effort he put into the art. Turning your head slightly to get a better look at the elven man you watch as he strips off his tunic. Yeah, that's right, turn. I want to see this too. Damn. Knall? Whoops. I'm sorry, what were you saying? I asked if you thought you might want to borrow some extra clothes when we set off tomorrow. Oh, I might. Thanks. Of course. A mercenary. Why would we need a mercenary with us? Tariq? What sort of things might we encounter that would, require a mercenary? Protection from my own optimism, perhaps. I've made the mistake of being kind a few times too many. This kind of work, do you know what they say about it? About people like me? You shake your head no. They say we should be hung, drowned, burned, or skinned alive, among other equally thrilling activities. Raiding a tomb, they say, is despicable, an affront to the gods, and to the dead, and other nonsense. Truthfully, I'm of a mind that the dead have no need for jewels, nor, I think, do the gods. Yeah, I agree with that. But armed protection serves me well, given that most would rather see me dead than enter their markets with my cursed wares. To my knowledge, no tomb has ever held anything blessed by a god, let alone something cursed by one. Nevertheless, the stigma against my work has proved troublesome at times. Oh, I see. But the superstitious are only a small consideration. I have a greater need to protect against the ones I hired to assist my sister and I on our raids. What? What do you mean by that? Suffice it to say, if someone has no fear of the gods, they have no fear of me. Those situations can become complicated, especially when treasure is involved. I've had swords held to my neck on more than one occasion. The worst I had to fear at college were paper cuts. Oh, he's led such a sheltered life. You gulp. Take it from me, it isn't possible to be paying a so-called honest man for dishonest work. It took me years to learn that lesson. My own fault, thinking that there might be someone worth trusting in the world. Oh gods. Does he know? Oh. Is he giving me a chance to confess? I don't think so. I don't think he's onto us just yet. Wishful thinking. It tends to cause one undue trouble too often to hold on to it. As does, well, idiocy. I'd like to think I've rid myself of both. Yeah. But nevertheless, there do come times when even I can't get by on my own. You're here as a testament to that. Oh, thanks. Though, you're, quite a sight nicer than most of the assistants I tend to bring along with me. Oh. Hey, dude is macking on me. You're taken aback by the sudden shift in tone of Tariq's voice. Something about your eyes. There's a softness there that's, well, reassuring. Yeah, I don't have the look of a killer, I guess. Perhaps the extra protection won't be necessary. Tariq smiles at you. You're torn between Tariq's compliments and the second implication of his words. Even if he does trust me, or, well, trusts me for now, if he's brought in Farron on my account, I suppose that does make sense, an elf to counter a mage. Even if I could do any magic, elves can't be harmed by it. Even so, all this talk of trust, I can't help but think. What happens when you can't do the magic he's hired you to do? What will he do with you then? Adida. Something's just occurred to me. Oh. Tariq's voice snaps you out of your anxious musing. It may well be that Farron simply doesn't understand me. I'm not one to boast, but I'm quite a hand at languages. I even recognized yours when you'd only said a few words. Truthfully, I was rather relieved when you spoke in a tongue I could understand quite readily. Surprised, too. I'd have thought you'd use your people's language. Meh. But it's no matter. If I recall correctly, Elven and the Mage language are quite similar. Uh-oh. Yes, that's true. Perhaps you could try your hand at talking with him. Oh man, so much, What does it matter if the languages are similar if I can speak barely any of my own people's language? So I can't do magic or speak his own people's language? Perhaps I'll explain that to Faron. If he only understands Elvish, he won't be able to tell Tariq I can't really speak it. Tariq won't be suspicious, at least not for now. I'll see what I can do. You turn to face Faron. Excellent, I'm sure you'll be able to manage. Oh, yes. Yes, I will manage, thank you. You take a deep breath. Oh my god, all the eye candy. But what if he does understand more than just Elvish? I hardly know anything. I'd be worse than an infant grasping for their first words. He might think I'm making fun of him. Perhaps I shouldn't, but if I back out now, Tariq might suspect me. I'd have to think of an excuse. Gods, I don't know. Okay, let's see. We can make up an excuse. Explain to Farron that we don't know the language well, or proceed without explaining. Okay, let's explain. We're being honest because this guy seems so genuine and nice. You think of a way to explain to Farron, given your limited knowledge of Arcana I don't know how to say that. The mage language. Farron, I bad with speak as Arcana Procta. I poor, bad, like child speaking, with Arcana Procta. No good at speak. Oh gods, this isn't going well. Let's see, should we tell him it's not working or we continue anyway? Let's try a little bit more because of those abs. Okay, here it goes, I suppose. What should I say? Does mercenary work get in the way of relationships? Dude. Where are you from? That's Tariq what to say. Let's ask a question. Where stays you first? Nice. Comes you from? When child? No, that isn't working. Where? What can I say? You were born in some place. Where was that? That wasn't too bad. Surely this time he understood that. Or maybe not. Oh man, so I wonder if he just can't understand or if he's just like finding this endlessly amusing. So I take it you're the college mage. What? Hello? Oh, hi. The one Tariq has been calling the answer to his prayers. The previously sleeping woman stares at you with a strange intensity. The answer to his prayers. The college mage, yes. Is that right? The tone of her voice strikes you as sounding a little less than friendly. One last introduction, I think, now that she's awake. Kunal, this is Kaina? My sister. Sorry if I'm saying things wrong. Kaina, this is Kunal, our one and only genuine college mage. Your heart thuds sickly from his emphasis on the word genuine. Gods no. He must have figured me out. Why else say genuine? Who says genuine? You realize that Tariq's looking at you with a slight concern. Is everything... Nice to meet you! You notice that Kaina hasn't looked away. Her eyes seem to be appraising you. Tariq, why is the mage wearing your clothes? You gulp. Unprepared for the weather? No, it wasn't my fault. What happened? It was during his arrival, which was certainly impressive until, well, I had to rescue him from a lake, but no harm done. A lake? You mean you fell in somehow? Yeah, this isn't reassuring. Shouldn't mages be able to foresee mistakes like these? Mages can't see the future? I've said nothing of divining the future. Surely you have your spells, your incantations, all prepared with a delicate hand. One without magic, one such as myself. Surely I could only believe that one wielding such gifts would take great care in their usage. She's got a point. That to do otherwise would mean their end, or the end of anyone unfortunate enough to share their company. What would one make of a mage such as that? Oh, could they even be called a mage? Man, she's gone right for the throat. It was just a mistake. You clenched your fists to steady your shaking hands. Even so, falling into a frozen lake. Does that not feel inauspicious to you, brother? Kaina. It's not too late to call this off, you know. We're calling nothing off. Kunal, perhaps now it's time I let you know why I've asked you here. Oh, yeah, maybe. Your heart pounds furiously in your chest. You begin to feel lightheaded. I don't even know where here is. I'm not without reason for keeping you in the dark. You must understand. I've been operating long enough to know that in my line of work, letting someone know the location of your tomb before you begin to feel faint. Don't pass out. Oh, why am I passing out? Cracked it as good as giving away its treasure. That's why you're here. You're going to be... I'm gonna be what? I'm gonna be what? What? Oh, hi again. Perhaps it's better to tell you tomorrow. No, it's fine. I just dozed off. I'm fine. Just falling asleep in the middle of conversations. Tomorrow, my friend. Rest well. We'll be setting out in the morning. At Tariq's behest, you shut your eyes and lie back. You begin to drift off, but despite your wariness, you can't shake off the fear of the day to come. What have I gotten myself into? Adida, what am I? What am I supposed to do? You are overtaken by sleep. Oh, I'm really digging this. You wake up to the sound of distant voices and the muffled crunch of footsteps in the snow. We'll wait until he wakes up on his own. If he was any of your other Hierons, you would have dragged him out of there by now. You rub your eyes and try to take in the dimly lit cave. Some equipment still lies against the far wall, but everyone seems to have left the cave already. You get up and walk over to where Tariq left your robes to dry. You recall Tariq welcoming you to continue using your borrowed clothes if you wished. Change back into your robes, continue wearing Tariq's clothing. I bet his stuff is better accustomed to the weather. You fold up your robes and put them into your pack before heading outside. You blink in the bright sunlight, but can see your companions have already gathered outside. Ah, good morning, friend. I hope you slept well. Let's not bitch about the cave. Yep, did good, thanks. Excellent, excellent. Tariq walks past you towards the cave. I've only to pack up some equipment we may need, and we'll be off. No one's been faulted for preparing too much, eh? Tariq walks back into the cave. Hey, Farron. So... You hear snow crunching behind you. Farron, do you mind if I speak to the mage in private for a moment? You recognize the voice as belonging to Kaina. Her emphasis on mage makes your stomach churn. Farron says nothing but walks away from you and Kaina. What was it you wanted? My brother may be fooled, but he has never met a mage, Kunal. I'm sure you were counting on that. And were I not here, it might have worked. Your heart begins to thud sickly in your chest. What? I don't blame you. I know the reward my brother has promised compelled the lie. But it's gone on too long. You are no mage. Ah! Totes mage. They're gonna find out. I can't imagine that we're gonna do stuff that he needed a mage for, and at no point am I gonna have to magic something, so... Can we avoid it, or... No, let's just go ahead and... Let's confess, because I feel like right now she's the one thing stepping between me and you know, really getting along with everybody, because she's kind of suspicious. How do you know that? Kaina, why? To better your disguise for the next ones you try to deceive. Very well. Each may make their own way through life. So long as my brother and I are free of you, I care little for what farces you play upon others. The first, your eyes. Last night, with only the light of the fire, I couldn't be sure, but now it's obvious. The eyes of a mage are red as blood. Oh, yeah, that is a giveaway. And the second, you lack the arm markings. That would have been easy enough to fake. But clearly, you know nothing of what you pretend to be. That's weird that he wouldn't even... You know, because he went to the college and his friend had red eyes and the arm markings. You'd think he would have picked up on that. You feel sick from the rapid beating in your chest. Calm yourself, boy. I will pay the reward Tariq offered you in full if you confess yourself. What? He will not harm you for telling the truth. He isn't that kind of person. Shame is the worst you'll have to endure when we leave these mountains. When we return to Karnata, I'll pay you. You can go on with your life, and we with ours. You hear the sounds of approaching footsteps. He's coming back. Tell him the truth. If you wait, he'll find out on his own, and you'll be without his coin. And mine. So, are we prepared to... A moment, brother. Kunal has something to tell you. Of course, of course. Speak freely, friend. Oh, he called me friend. I'm really excited. I feel like she could kick my ass. So we're gonna be honest. I'm not really a mage. Come again? I'm not a real mage. Oh, Kunal, there's nothing to be afraid of. What? It's clear to me now. I should have spoken about this sooner. You've never raided before. You're nervous. Anyone else in your position would be. I'm not a mage. Ha ha. He's not, brother. Look at his eyes. All I see are the eyes of an eager adventurer. Let's set off. Okay, that went over better than I expected. Today has been a long time in planning, my friends. Kunal, I will explain your role in all this once we arrive at the site. Fair enough. What are we gonna do on the walk there? You can explain that. You gulp. You can feel Kaina's eyes on you from the side, but keep your focus straight ahead on Tariq. You take a deep breath. That's fine. Excellent, this way. You walk for nearly 3 hours through the snow-covered landscape before you reach the site, a deep basin set between two mountains. As you reach the bottom, the roar of a waterfall echoes against the steep cliffs around you. You find yourself exhausted and panting heavily from the journey. Despite the cool air of the mountains, your forehead is damp with sweat. Tariq, was there no closer place where we might have stayed? I've no doubt there were many. But then why... Some precautions are worth their negatives, Kunal. Those who live as my sister and I would seize at every opportunity to rob us of our chance at the tomb. In the past, other groups have sent spies to follow our movements, observe and record where and when we traveled. But as I am aware, no one has discovered this place. You hear Kaina in the snow beside you. Distancing ourselves until the right time lessens the risk in that regard. And on that note, I don't want us standing out in the open any longer. Follow me. Ooh, where are we going? You walk along the ice towards the far side of the basin. As you draw nearer, you notice a divide in the rock face just behind the falls. Tariq leads you and the rest between the gap and deep into the dark cavern within. It's so dark. You hear Tariq chuckle softly in the darkness of the cavern. What, did you expect we'd come here to find the cave lined with burning torches? No, I suppose that would make sense. Though, in this instance... Mage lights. Is that what those are? I had wondered. Regardless. Tariq lights a torch and holds it out in the damp air of the cave. By the torchlight, you can see that the way forward lies beneath massive boulders and crumbling pillars which together overhead. Is it even safe to be in here? That pillar back there looks ready to fall. No, it isn't safe. That's not entirely reassuring. It wasn't meant to be. These tombs can be laid through with traps, pitfalls, collapsing ceilings, and even more dangerous from the wear of old age upon the structure. Though, well, as you'll soon see, the nature of the entrance itself may have been the only deterrent the builders of this tomb set in place. Regardless, I need you on your toes, Kunal. You as well as Farron. I'm sure you're both capable, else I wouldn't have hired you, but you lack the experience of my sister and I. I don't say these things to discourage you. It would be a disservice to you to withhold knowledge of the dangers you may face. Honesty often keeps one alive, a mile beneath the ground. Nice. Keep close to my sister and I, and not only will you walk away unscathed from this tomb, but you'll be weighed down with riches you couldn't imagine. Tariq turns and walks further into the cave. Kaina and Farron follow behind. Trying to shake the threat of traps from your mind, you reach the end of the pillar-lined hallway. What? How is this possible? What do you make of this, Kunal? Something you've seen before? Adida, what is your mark doing on this door? Oh, yeah. Something the matter? You find yourself unable to respond. Kunal? He knows this is as far as his ruse can play out. Kunal, are you okay? I can't open this. See, brother? What did I tell you? No, it's the symbol, Tariq. It's a mage's sigil. These kinds of seals can only be undone by the magic of the mage to whom the sigil belongs. And this... I don't understand, Adida. Kunal, is there no other way? The sigils are a sort of primal magic. Unless one understands their nature, such as the mage who wears the sigil, they can withstand nearly anything magical. It would take an enormously powerful mage to overcome it. Well then, we're in luck, aren't we? What? Brother. He's telling you he can't do it. This talk of sigils is merely an excuse. Farron, you more than any other here would know whether or not someone was truly a mage. What say you? Well? You weren't at the lake, Kaina. You didn't see what I saw. At Tariq's words, a sudden realization hits you. The lake. What had Adida said? Teleportation can release a lot of residual magic if the traveler isn't powerful enough to direct the spell. Residual magic. Perhaps I can. It doesn't matter what you saw. If he says he can't do it, I think I can do it. What? I can do it? Your heart begins to beat faster from a mixture of fear and excitement. This could work. If I get this door open, that's it. I'll be done with all this, I'll be free to live my life, I'll take the coin and put the college and everything else behind me. Excellent! The sooner you get that door open, the sooner you'll quell my sister's doubts about you. And if that's not enough motivation, well then, imagine the weight of all that coin in your pocket once we're finished here. You nod, then take a deep breath. I'll need some space. Of course. You take one last look at the seal before sitting and assuming the meditative stance. Close your eyes and breathe in slowly. Channel the magic. If there's even any still clinging to me. You know from years of fruitless meditations that channeling requires a focused mind, but despite this, you make no attempt to stop the thoughts intruding on your concentration. Adida, was this you? Did you know someone that Tariq would ask me to open the tomb? And so came here to remake the seal yourself, knowing I might bear traces of your magic? If anyone could overcome another mage's seal, it would be you. If this was you, thank you. 10 minutes pass in silence. This has to work. There's no alternatives. Please, please, open. Please open. Here's an idea, brother. Every minute more we wait here, you can pay back my lost time with a silver piece. And when Kunal opens the door for us, you'll give him half your share of whatever we find inside. Fair enough, only I think the elf deserves silver for his own time spent standing here. Add him to my side of the wager. Should Kunal open the door, he can take the rest of my share. Should he fail, you'll match him for the coin you owe me. These things take time. You guys aren't helping. Take your time, Kunal. We know you can do this. Yes, do take your time. Half an hour passes. Oh. Then an hour. You fight to suppress the dread building up within you, but you cannot ignore the fact that this isn't going to work. Of course it's not. Why did I believe that this of all things was my way out of the college? I'm a fool, Adida. I should have stayed. I shouldn't have... Kunal, did you... What? Oh, hey. We got stuff. What? I did it! I did it! Did he? Rumble. Kunal, you've done it! What's an hour spent waiting when the reward might be the find of a lifetime? Now then. Inside, everyone, and stay close. Even I've never raided a tomb sealed by magic. You may very well end up being our expert moving forward, Kunal. Tariq winks at you before turning and heading into the tomb. Thank you, Adida. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally. I knew of this place for years, and for years I sought to find a mage to get me inside. The feeling of finally walking within these walls is difficult to express. Thank you, Kunal. The air of the tomb is damp and cool, but to your dismay, it's even darker here than it was before. The resting dead have little need for light. What's that up there, I wonder? Another mage light. Kunal, are you doing this? Well, no, actually. Not just me. It's all of us. Magic has a sort of life to it, like a living energy, and Mage Light is able to sense the presence of another life. By glowing, it's like they're greeting you. Though it must have been some time since anyone has entered this place. Normally it's, well, faster. Fascinating. Amazing. Truly, truly amazing. Tariq walks forward and turns to face the group. My friends, I'll be brief, as even I must admit I can hardly stop myself from setting forth immediately. It appears the way behind me can't be traveled. But don't worry, I'm not one to give up so easily. We'll devise something to get us across. But for now, we're left with two paths. Oh, one to the left, and one to the right. It seems practical to me to split our party in half. Kunal, Farron, one of you will go with either myself or my sister. You'll each have an experienced raider at your side should anything, disagreeable occur. And Kunal, since you got us inside, I'll let you choose who you'd like to follow. Oh, I'm gonna go with him, cause Kaina is still pretty mad at me, and Farron still hasn't said anything. He's my BFF now. You follow Tariq across the atrium and down one of the side hallways. Kunal, I want to apologize to you. It's neither the custom of either myself or my sister to treat guests as you've been treated. As to why she's been this way, I cannot say for sure. It's okay, really. I'm glad you feel that way. Tariq smiles at you. In truth, she warned me against coming here from the moment you sent me your letter. I'd never quite seen her like that before. I'd never seen her afraid. Understandably, of course, you are a mage after all. I would have been just as fearful had you not, well, dropped in the way you did. Tariq laughs and pats you on the shoulder. I'm only teasing you, friend. But back to my sister. Ordinarily, had she advised me against a raid, I would heed her word. She's got more sense than I do of most of the time. But this place has burned in the back of my mind for years as I searched for a mage. Your people keep well away from those of us without magic, it seems. Mages keep their distance, keep our own kind. I'm not opposed to getting closer to someone without magic. Do we flirt? No, not yet. Because I kind of want to check out Farron some more. Well, yes, it's true that most mages do keep their distance. Of course, of course. Though I must say I'm happy you've broken from tradition in this instance. You walk through the corridors of the tomb, but find nothing of note until you come across the first room we find, and it's caved in. Tariq inspects the rubble spilling from the room. Indeed, though I'm not wholly surprised. It's not uncommon to make many finds such as this when making an initial pass. On your first time through, you pick up anything that leaves the tomb without great effort, and consider the rest when time and manpower allow. The type of laborers who would come cheaply to clear rooms and build bridges over chasms are of the same type that would take anything small enough to fit in a pocket. Or threaten you for higher pay. Ah, so you were paying attention. I thought you might have become distracted by the appearance of our elven companion. Uh-oh, he noticed. Oh, think nothing of it, friend. In truth, I knew asking you to speak with Farron would come to nothing. His companion told me that he cannot speak, but I figured you might appreciate the chance to, get to know him. Oh, God, he was setting me up. You what? Your neck and cheeks start to burn with embarrassment. And I'd be lying if I said I'd never been distracted by a handsome face. Farron? Oh, shit. Hey, buddy. We were just talking about... Did something happen? Where's my sister? He really doesn't talk. Perhaps now might, be an appropriate time to break your silence, friend. Farron hands Tariq what looks like a small bracelet. What? She's left? Tariq? When the spying from rival raiding groups was at its worst, we devised a sort of simple communication using beaded bracelets. One band without beads means she's left the tomb to return to Karnata. Are you okay? Of course, of course. Let's keep going. You proceed through a series of empty hallways before reaching a set of stone steps. Tariq remains silent for some time. His expression lacks the excitement and enthusiasm you've grown used to seeing. Oh. You, Tariq, and Farron make your way down and emerge into a wide-open chamber. Calm water gently laps against a stone path extending into the center of the room. You follow the path forward, towards the ruins. The sight of the structure before you makes a chill run down your spine. You can't explain why, but an overwhelming sense of dread overcomes you. However, the ruins seem to have the opposite effect on Tariq. Now, what do we have here? You squint at the rubble. What do you think this is, Tariq? Tariq holds the torch forward. He takes a step back and looks upward. This is the bottom of the atrium. I think we've just found where the path to the third door wound up. Let's see. Well, despite being destroyed, at least whatever this used to be is accessible. Hope you're not afraid of getting your hands dirty, Kunal. Again, as I said earlier, it's not that I doubt you, but this work can be challenging, to say the least. I'm going to take a look at these rings. Hopefully we've just made our first find. Kunal, could you hold the torch? Sure. You turn around to take the torch from Tariq. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You feel both weightless and impossibly heavy all at once. The darkness surrounding you presses in on all sides, forcing the breath from your lungs. You struggle in vain to cry out, but just as suddenly as it began, you gasp and stumble forward. What? Where am I? Tariq? Red mage light? Your skin crawls beneath the dim red glow cast across the chamber. This feels so wrong. What's that sound? You slowly turn around towards the source of the sound. Uh-oh. You feel the air around you hum and crack with energy. What is that? Some sort of altar? Wait. This is the same place as before. Oh. Hello? Your voice trembles out of fear. Your heart thuds in your chest. You feel an intense warmth radiating out from in front of you. Is someone there? Gods, what is happening? Where am I? You still stand among your companions. A low voice reverberates in the darkness. Your body freezes in fear. Yes, among your companions. Only you are amiss in time. With every word, the voice seems to be getting closer and closer. You try to take a step backwards, but you are unable to move. Who's there? Your heart races wildly. Oh shit. Who are you? What's going on? I have been many things to you, Kunal, just as you've worn many faces, held many names. Only you cannot remember the others. What do you mean? For now, it is yet too soon to know. To speak of myself, it would be a judgment. Premature. Not unfair to myself, but to you, Kunal. You and I, we have been tied for so long. You try to steady your shaking voice. How did you know my name? Who are you? To know me, I would bid you ask yourself, who are you now? What do you wish to become? I don't understand. Your body warms, but a drop of mage's blood. Yet you are a mage all the same, as were all who have drawn upon my spirit, and in so doing, giving me new forms. Flesh tinged with cunning, fear, hope, desire, for power or for pleasure. Destinies I can grant you, should you wish it. Uh-oh. So he's like a genie? Oh. But all that lies ahead, you asked only of me. Your eyes widen in shock and fear. Yep. When last we met, you knew me as Eldet. Oh. Goodbye, Kunal. Rest assured, we'll be together soon. Rumble, rumble. Huh. Okay, so that's what the game's named after. The tomb begins to tremble, cracks appearing in the walls and floor. Farron, sling him over your shoulder if you have to. We can't stay here. Suddenly, you feel yourself being lifted off the floor, the shock breaking you out of your daze. What? Farron half pushes, half carries you towards the staircase. The three of you run through the collapsing tomb, dodging falling stones from above and leaping across gaps where the floor has fallen away. What was that back there? I don't know. Wait, were you two there? Did you see it too? All I saw was you standing still while the tomb was coming down around us. Had we stayed any longer? Tariq, I don't know what happened, but I was beside you and Farron, and then... I don't know. There was something. I don't know what or who it was. The mage lights, they were red, and you both were gone, and it called itself Eldet. It said it knew me. You're not making any sense, Kunal. Tariq, forget it. We've nearly made it out. They didn't see it. They weren't there. Panting heavily, you finally stumble back into the atrium, now a crumbling ruin. Just as you reach the entrance, you're stopped by... Kaina? We can't stay here, sister. The place is... I'm so sorry, brother. Uh-oh. What? Kaina? Tariq takes a step towards Kaina. I love you, Tariq. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's happening? Kaina. You stare at the closed entrance gate. Oh, snap. Kaina's a mage? Sister. Open the door. What? Kunal, you have to open the door. It's our only chance. Your heart pounds in your chest. You take one final look at the gate before assuming the meditative position. Close your eyes. Kaina can't be a mage. She has no sigil. Tariq surely would have known. Let the magic flow with your breath. And before, to where or to when was I taken? Then channel it through to the mind. Eldet. Who was Eldet? What was Eldet? We'll be together soon. Oh, he's got a sigil now. Oh, and the red eyes. Oh, thank you for playing the demo visual novel Eldet. If the crowdfunding campaign for this project is successful, Eldet will be made into a full game. Oh god, I hope it is. In the full version of the game, you will continue from where the demo left off, with Kaina, Tariq, and Farron's questlines, as well as meet the other 4 love interests and begin their questlines. These companions will take you across the sea among a band of pirate raiders, lead you deep inside the most ancient tombs of the world, expose you to the magical curses of possession and lycanthropy, and involve you in the machinations of Karnata's largest thieves syndicate, all while aiding you in the quest to unravel the mystery of the being known as Eldet. If you enjoyed the demo and want to see this project succeed, tell as many people as you can about it. Ask them to play it themselves. I need all the help I can get raising awareness to make the funding campaign successful. What'd you guys think? I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, continue donating. I think I'm gonna have to go toss money at these people. thanks for playing. Okay, so that is the demo for Eldet. Okay, they were looking to raise, it looks like, $7,000. And they've just started. The developers are located in Seattle. His name's Marcus. And actually it looks like they've already secured funding on this, which is awesome. I might actually go toss some money at them as well, because it was really well done. I've played through a couple other visual novels before, not very many, but I really loved the art style with this. I liked the painted look and how just slight animations to kind of set things apart. I thought the characters were very interesting. I'm real curious about their focus on diverse characters, and you know, it doesn't hurt that all the guys are smoking hot and you can totally flirt with them. So, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like on the video and then go down and check out the Kickstarter and throw some money at them. They have until July 17th, 2016 to get the funding. And I think they've already pretty much nailed it, but if you want to get in on some of the backer rewards, now is time. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.